Parents often ask what they can do at home to minimize problems affecting their baby's muscles and joints and what they might do to maximize comfort. Oftentimes, parents blame themselves for the current condition their baby is in when that is rarely the case. Parents trust you and need good advice. First, there can be conflicting information on how to support a baby's head. Midwives and lactation consultants tend to suggest a pincer type hold for support of the head and neck during feedings. From an osteopathic perspective, the pincer hold creates an increased amount of pressure in the suboccipital area. When this is repeated over and over every day when baby nurses, this can irritate the nerves in the cranial base area that are responsible for suckling, swallowing, digestion, and overall comfort. It is reasonable to think that distributing the weight of the head through the palm and extended fingers is better than concentrating the head's mass at the nape of the neck. Not only is this more comfortable for a newborn baby, it spares unnecessary pressure to the softer bones of the skull and eliminates irritation to the nerves. A breastfed baby normally feeds from both sides, which is better for the post-auricular areas of the skull. Sometimes a mother can only breastfeed from one side, though. This adds an element of difficulty where a significant amount of contact time is occurring behind the ear on one side, from mom's forearm. In this case, discuss strategies that create a balance. For example, if the father feeds the baby from a bottle, he should avoid holding the baby in the same way that the mother does. Similarly, a bottle-fed baby should be switched from side to side with each feed. This benefits the parents as well, reducing repetitive strain through their necks, shoulders, and arms. Babies feed frequently and therefore need to be burped frequently as well. Parents are often taught to support a baby in their lap with the mandible resting in their hand. Supporting the head and neck in this way can exacerbate compression up through the mandible, affecting the cranial base, upper cervical spine, the jaw, and hyoid bone. Especially when there are latching and swallowing concerns or a cranial base injury, switching the baby to an over-the-shoulder position for burping will help the problems resolve faster. With back-to-sleep programs to reduce the occurrence of sudden infant death, babies benefit from repositioning techniques when they are sleeping, especially in cases of plagiocephaly. Although it isn't necessary to wake up through the night to switch the baby's head position, doing so during the daytime naps is very helpful. Create strategies for placing the baby on the change table appropriately and take advantage of where they should sit in a room so they can change their gaze and head position while watching the people move about that they love so much. As babies get a little older, they tend to be carried on the hip. This can introduce a side bend and rotation through their torso if it consistently happens in the same direction. Of course, creating a balance and switching sides is better for the parent as well. It is so important for babies to spend time in prone. They can sleep in prone during, and I stress, supervised naps. Tummy time gives the posterior cranium a much needed break from repeat pressure. Also, prone positioning creates a change in the fluid dynamics of the entire body, sets up a new neurological sensation, and creates fresh input for the baby's vestibular system. If baby fusses during tummy time because they have perhaps low muscle tone or they fatigue easily, or in cases of brachycephaly where the shape of the cranium doesn't allow for good extension of the cranium on the condyles, modified tummy time works very well either on the parent's chest or using a pillow or blanket on the floor. Of course, having toys or a mirror in front of them keep them entertained. And in cases where a baby has difficulty with range of motion, turning through rotations of the neck, placing toys on the restricted side will help strengthening as needed. Car seats are extremely heavy and create strain through the arms and hands and thumbs for the person carrying the seat. Suggest that car seats be carried close to the body to alleviate shoulder, arm, and hand strains. For babies that may consistently droop their head to one side while in the car seat, they could benefit from a supportive cap. These caps can be found online, or you could source them yourself and carry them for purchase at your clinic. With the built-in cushion, the cap goes where baby goes and prevents baby's head from always rotating to the same side. And although they shouldn't be worn at night, it is safe to use them during supervised naps and of course in baby containers like car seats, swings, and strollers.